So, you're looking to make a move, you've cleaned up your house, you called your local realtor, put a sign in the yard, and your home's just sitting there week after week, either not selling, not getting many showings, and you see all the other homes in your neighborhood go under contract. Why is your home not selling? Well, today we're going to talk about the 5 things that's stopping your home from selling. Whether you're having trouble selling your house or you're getting ready to sell your house, this video is for you. I'm actually going to give you some insider tips that I give to my clients when they're actually looking to get their home on the market. But recently I've been asked so much, I thought I'd make a really good video. So let's review the 5 reasons why your home didn't sell. Number 1, the pricing strategy. Number 2, the location. Number 3, the condition of the home. Number 4, the marketing plan. And number 5, the showability. Number 1, let's go ahead and talk about price. Whenever someone starts surveying the options of selling their home, a lot of them start by going online and trying to figure out how much their home is worth. And they end up on sites like Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, or Redfin that gives them a guesstimate of how much their home is worth. Now, these sites can be anywhere from 1 to 2% off, and I've even seen them 20% more off in the actual value of someone's home. So these websites that give you this estimated price or guesstimate really utilize an algorithm. And a lot of times the algorithm can't take into account all the factors that go into your home's value. The next issue I see a lot is whenever homeowners looking to sell, they call their local agent. That agent comes over and they may not know how to interpret the market or pull proper comparable properties. They may not know how to best compare your home and the differences in your home compared to the homes that have recently sold. So what happens is you don't get the best advice, which could lead you to either overpricing your home or underpricing it. Or what you tend to find a lot is a realtor may know what your home's worth, but they'd rather tell you what you want to hear. They'd rather not have that hard conversation of this is what your home's worth, so they'll list your home at $1 million even if it's only worth $500,000. Then your home sits on the market month after month and never sells, and you're wondering why. So before I even meet with my clients to discuss their home selling goals, we go ahead and spend a couple of hours looking at the market in a lot of different avenues and angles to get the best possible pricing strategy for you. So when we meet, we can discuss and come up with the plan to get you top dollar. So the first thing we need to determine is what our competition's doing. What are the active listings we'll be competing with in the area? What are their bedrooms, bathrooms, square feet? What different features do they have? And how does that compare to us? And we also want to take a look at the pending homes in the area as well. The pending sales are important because that'll help us identify, first of all, what price point did they accept the offer at? And then also, how long did it take them to accept an offer? We obviously don't know what price a home accepted until it actually closes, but that'll give us some really good data points as well. We also want to look at the closed homes in your area that's most similar to your home. The closer the sale that we can get in terms of time, the better. We usually look anywhere between 3 and 6 months back. And then we also take a look at our absorption analysis. This really looks at your local area and your local price range to help us determine supply versus demand and how much months inventory we're seeing in your area. So I compile all that data, and when we meet, we'll review it together, and we can help guide you as your consultant, marketer, as your agent to help identify what price range will ensure your home sells in a decent time frame while still maximizing your bottom line. All right, so the second possible reason why your home didn't sell could be the location. And guys, it is very difficult to pick your home up and move it. However, there's a lot of things that we could do to make your location a little bit better. Maybe your home backs up to a busy road or you see a lot of cars driving by, or your home is right near some power lines. So you could put some porta carpets up, you can put some green giants up, some evergreens, something to really block the view. So when people do come over to the property, they can still hear maybe the cars, but it blocks the view so they can't see the cars, they can't see the power lines. It makes it to a better experience. And it'll help you fix a bad location, and it makes it a little bit less of a detriment to the buyer. So the third thing that can stop your home from not selling is the condition of the home. Now there's a lot of different aspects when it comes to the overall condition. The first one that we'll look at is the cleanliness of the home. If a buyer comes over to view the property and there's a lot of things on the counters, there's dirty dishes, the beds aren't made, some small things like that could really make the showing a little bit less inviting to the buyer. And I definitely get it. We're all human, we have kids, I have an 18-month-old myself, there's toys all over the place all the time. So I definitely get that you live in the home, right? However, before the buyers come over, you want to do your best to make sure the home shows in the best possible light so they fall in love with it like you did when you first saw it. The second aspect of condition is proper staging of your home, decluttering a little bit. A lot of time, if you have a little bit more of bulky furniture, quite a few different pieces in a room, it could leave the room feeling a little bit more kind of closed off or less open than it really is. So decluttering a little bit, moving furniture around, and removing possible key pieces of furniture could really improve the overall showability of your home. The other part of condition is, does your home actually need a little bit of love? Are the carpets dirty? Is there a lot of scuffs on the walls? Is there a few damaged pieces, some small cosmetic things around the house? If a buyer does see certain small cosmetic things, they really become like Sherlock Holmes, right? Now, they see one or two things, then they become a detective. They're gonna start inspecting everything, and then they're gonna notice anything and everything that's wrong with your house. And there's a lot of quick and easy small things that you can do to really maximize your value. And a lot of times what buyers really want is to make sure the home is move-in ready. Could you possibly survey your options of replacing the Formica with granite countertops or some other things, some other upgrades to increase your value? You definitely can, but do you need to? No. And that's one thing when we meet with you is really identifying, do you want to do some of those bigger renovations, bigger updates to increase the value? Or would you rather do the key items to really maximize that value without putting too much money and effort into it? There are some small projects, paint, flooring, things like that you can do, super quick, super attractively priced, that'll put you in a lot better position. So if you are interested in learning more about the updates that will increase your home's value the most, there'll be a link right here that will actually walk you through the updates you can do and the renovations you can do that will increase your home's value the most. The last note we'll make on the condition of the home, but it's one of the most important, is the smell of the home. There are certain odors that can really turn a buyer off and decrease their entire showing experience and decrease the likelihood you'll get an offer. So if your home does have cigarette smell, you have pet smell, must, odor, kind of moldy smell, it can really make to a negative impression with a buyer and really affect you from selling your home. So you want to clean that stuff up as much as possible. So if you have pets, and I have a pup myself, I know they become parts of the family, you want to clean up as much as possible after them so we can decrease the odor and things like that. So for that kitty litter box, clean it out regularly, put it in the garage and things like that. Make sure you sweep up after the dog if he sheds a lot. So doing a few small tasks like that can definitely help your home smell as fresh as possible. So you definitely can go too far though. So if you have one of those Glade plugins in every single room, then buyers may think you may be trying to hide something. So it's definitely a fine line. You want to make sure it smells fresh and clean, but not overbearing. So let's jump into marketing for a little bit. Now there's a lot of realtors out there that don't really have a marketing plan. They take their own photos with their iPhone and it just doesn't really show the home in the best light. A lot of agents really have what I like to call the 3 Ps of marketing. They put a sign in the yard, put it on the MLS, and pray somebody else brings you a buyer. It's a really reactive strategy rather than having the proactive strategy that can ensure your home sells. So whenever listing a home for my clients, we first want to maximize the exposure and also have professional photography, professional videography, but we also want to make sure we're targeting our marketing, finding that right buyer. We want to identify the specific buyer that's going to love your home. Your home's not right for everyone, and that's fine. We want to make sure we target the people that will have the highest likelihood of giving you the highest offer. So we want to make sure that we maximize your exposure and focus on all 3 different types of buyers that we can find. The first type is the people in your local township, in your local area, people looking to stay kind of right where they are. The next type of buyer is the people looking to move within the greater Charlotte area, right? Maybe they live a little bit closer to Charlotte, want to get a little bit outside the city, or vice versa, or they're looking to move from one township to the next. And the third type of buyer, which is the buyer I tend to find agents not really focusing on, is the buyers that don't live in this area, right? There's a ton of people moving from up north and out west. There's hundreds of buyers moving to Charlotte every single day. So we want to make sure we get in front of those buyers looking to move to the greater Charlotte area. And there's a lot of different ways we do that. And there's a lot of different targeting methods that we do as well. And I know we've all heard the expression, if a tree falls in the woods and nobody's around to hear it, did it make a sound? If you're trying to sell your home and nobody knows it's for sale, is it going to sell? If your home's not being exposed to the right buyers or in front of the buyer that's going to buy your home, they're just going to buy something else. So not having the right marketing plan is a huge problem and can cause your home not to sell or thousands of dollars left on the table. So the 5th reason why your home may not be selling is the showability. If you don't allow people to view the property, they won't make an offer and your home won't sell. So if you have a lot of restrictions or aren't able to show the property, then it can really affect the sellability of your home. So if you have tenants in the property and they're not allowing showings, if you Airbnb your home out and there's a lot of restrictions around that, or let's say you're getting a divorce and one of the spouses just doesn't want anybody in the house. That can definitely be a huge detriment to being able to identify the right buyer that's going to give you top dollar. Or a lot of times what I see is you don't create a good strategy with your agent beforehand on how to best handle showings, right? I know a lot of us out there still live in the homes that we're trying to sell. You have kids, you have pets, there's a lot going on. You're trying to cook dinner and somebody's requesting a showing. So what we like to do is really create a strong game plan up front when we meet with you so we can identify the best schedule to ensure that your home is showable while also still getting over some of those obstacles we may see. So guys, there you have it, the 5 reasons why homes don't sell. And you got our insider tips on what we actually tell our clients when we sit down to meet with them and create that game plan for them. So if you are looking to sell your home and you're planning on interviewing agents, then you definitely want to check out this video right here. It walks through the 10 questions you should ask agents to make sure you choose the best possible agent to help you achieve your goals. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you got a lot. Catch you on the next video.